It is never too late for us to talk about new MacBook leaks, right? So right after the release of the new iMacs that come in multiple colors, reminding us of the original iMac G3, it may be time for the new MacBook Air to shine. But before we get started with the video, please subscribe to the channel if you like Apple News and share this video with a friend. This is an awesome way to help the channel grow. This video is sponsored by WebinarGeek, an easy-to-use webinar software that allows you to host your own online webinar and personalize it the way that it works the best for you. Use the link listed down below in the description to test it for 14 days. So starting off, according to John Prosser, Apple has been testing a prototype of a new MacBook that is supposedly the new MacBook Air. And this new MacBook is probably going to be available in different colors, including a blue one. His source said that Apple will be bringing colors for average consumers, which really means that this could be a new MacBook Air or another MacBook lineup altogether. I have to confess that right before the iMac's release, I wasn't really believing that Apple would do this and would release the iMacs in several different colors, but they did it, and I have to say that I did like it. I do like the new iMacs. I have another video here on the channel where I talk more about them. I talk in more detail, so make sure to check that video out as well in case you haven't watched it yet. But overall, I feel like Apple didn't act the way that they usually do. They did something unexpected, even though there were rumors. This is not something traditional that Apple does. They usually release MacBooks in space gray and silver, and pretty much that's it. We have the gold MacBook Air as well, but they don't usually release MacBooks in several colors, right? It's something unexpected. So this was something really nice that Apple did. Also, the new iMacs were completely redesigned, which is extremely important because this was something that we were waiting for a long time. And they do have that vintage look that we all appreciate. It really gives me a nostalgic feeling because I always, when I was younger, I used to dream about having the iMac G3. So this really brings me back, takes me back to that time. Also, I would say that this colored devices kind of started with the iPad Air 4, which is currently available in space gray, silver, rose gold, green, and sky blue. Then Apple released the blue iPhone and Apple Watch, and now, as I mentioned, they released the new iMacs, which are available in 7 different colors. Now, let's quickly talk about today's sponsor, WebinarGeek. You may be thinking about hosting a webinar but don't know where to start. Well, WebinarGeek makes it really simple for you. The software is completely browser-based, so you don't have to download any applications. It is an all-in-one webinar software in which you can organize and host your own webinar. It has a powerful marketing tool and a lot more. Also, as I've mentioned, the software is easy to use. So if you want to create a new webinar, for example, simply go to webinargeek.com and log into your account. As you can see here, I already have it opened and I have no webinar so far, but in order to create a new one, I only need to press on New Webinar. And here you're going to choose if you want a live webinar, automated, or on demand. I'm going to choose automated. And then you just add the information. So add your title, choose the language. I'm going to leave it in English. Then you choose if you want it public, unlisted, or private. Here at the bottom, choose the date and time for your webinar. So I'm going to leave 13 May 2021, 8 p.m. And then here you have a few options in case you want to enable or disable them. Then the only thing you have to do is press on Create Webinar. And here you'll have a few more steps in case you want to customize your registration page. You can also customize the registration fields, confirmation page. You can embed it on your own blog or website. You can choose the payment. So in order to accept the payments, you have to activate the account. Then you can also press on integrations and integrate with your favorite marketing tools. And here you have a little bit more settings in case you're interested. After all of these steps, this is how your webinar is going to look like. You'll have your live feed on the left and the chat on the right so your viewers can interact with you. So if you liked WebinarGeek and you want to try, make sure to click on the link listed down below in the description for a 14 days free trial. But now let's talk a little bit about this new MacBook Air. This device is expected to be released later this year or in 2022. Michiko believes that a new mini LED MacBook is going to be released in 2022, but we're still not sure if this is the same MacBook that John Prosser is talking about. He apparently obtained images of this new MacBook, and this new product does not have extra ports, which makes us believe that it isn't the new MacBook Pro because this doesn't go with the leaked schematics of the MacBook Pro that we've previously seen. Also, in his video on his YouTube channel, he didn't post the exact images, but he posted renders made by Ian Zelbo, and I have to say that they are incredible. Also, he mentioned that the images show a blue MacBook, and his source said that the new colors will be really similar to the colors of the iMac's stands. So this new MacBook could be available in 7 different colors as well. So blue, silver, purple, pink, orange, yellow, and green. Now, in the renders, we can clearly see that it does have a USB-C Thunderbolt port on the left side, and Prosser said that it does have another one on the right side, but that's pretty much it regarding ports. So again, this is probably not the MacBook Pro, but it can be a new MacBook Air or another MacBook completely. He wasn't able to see if MagSafe is coming back to the MacBook, and he didn't take a look at the display. So he guessed that the bezels are white, just like the new iMac, but they could be thinner or thicker than what's shown in the images. He's not sure about it at this point. Apparently, Apple will also remove the rubber feet from the bottom, and they will replace it with 2 rubber white strips. So this is definitely going to change a little bit. It's going to change the design a little bit. The keyboard is supposed to be different and updated as well. And if we consider the renders, it really does resemble the Magic Keyboard released with the new iMacs. They also have a different and bigger function keys, and you can see that the Touch ID button is bigger than it used to be. And something curious about it is that this new MacBook is flat and thin and not tempered anymore like the current M1 MacBook Air. So a completely new design. And so far, this is all the information that I have for you guys regarding the new MacBook Air or new MacBook. Of course, I would like to give a big shout out to John Prosser and Ian Zelbo. Thank you so much for all the work that you guys put in. Thank you for keeping us updated with all the latest leaks. It's incredible. So make sure to check John Prosser's YouTube channel as well. The link is listed down below in the description. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.